Okay, this is a small video presentation to supplement some material in Environmental Studies 202 for this summer. I'm going to make a few of these. I'm rarely on camera for these. There's no point to that. You should listen to what I say. You should pay attention to what I'm doodling on the board. I do all these in one take, no post-processing, so what you see is what you get, just like in a real lecture. And so I did want to make some remarks concerning the very first quote-unquote lecture in this material in Module 1-0 about why environmental problems are particularly difficult to solve. And in my experience, these difficulties are increasing with time. The problems are not really getting any better. So to start with, we have some key words that are important called entitlement and inclusive. I probably won't ever spell anything right on the board, so that's okay. In terms of a process. So these days, everybody thinks they have some solution to the problem based on their own particular brand of personal wisdom or what they heard someone say or whatever. And because we now live in a decision-making environment which is discounts expertise in order to favor inclusivity, then everybody's opinion is generally weighted equally on any problem, and that's just nonsense. Because there actually are people, there are experts, but their opinions tend to get diffused away, and this is just unfortunate. It doesn't lead to solutions. The bigger problem, however, and pretty much the entire intent of this particular course, is to get you to work with data, get you to make data-driven decisions, understand what that process is, and most importantly, understand what the difference is between belief and knowledge. People generally argue problems from the position of belief and not from a position of informed knowledge. Democracy might be a great thing, but it doesn't work at all if the public is largely uninformed. And that's what we have today. Another problem is, and this is what the science tells you, is that there are no silver bullets. Environmental problems are wedged in a complex nest of uncertainties and ambiguous data and just the sheer difficulty of properly characterizing a problem. And then the final point I have in the lecture is about this business about corporate America, which I'm not even going to bother to spell, corporate America, and that is, a lot of your generation has been told that the root of all problems is big, bad, profit-making corporate America. And that's certainly part of the problem, but it's not the root. The root of the problem is, in fact, you and me and all the rest of us consumers. Big, bad corporate America is selling crap to us. And we've been buying it wholesale since World War II. So sustainability, in terms of this matrix, is a very simple concept. It means to consume less. Just because corporate America exists and globalization exists and China exists and Walmart exists doesn't mean we as consumers have to create markets for them. That's the control that we have. Now, in this section, there's also something called overarching principles for this course. They're kind of related to what I said. The biggest one is evidence-based reasoning. Evidence, that's another word. Stop believing people's opinions unless they can back them up. Stop believing what you hear or read on the news unless it can be backed up with data. Inform yourself using data. Now, operationally, this is can be difficult because although you want to inform yourself with data, the most important thing you want to do is you want to figure out what reliable data is. And when it comes to global climate change, this is difficult. There is no smoking gun for global climate change. There is merely the preponderance of evidence that you will encounter later that global climate change is happening. So the 30-second summary of all these keywords and ideas is simply that data-informed decision-making is important, and objective characterization of an environmental problem can and will lead to its solution. But systems of belief, inclusive nature of decision-making, and simply the lack of quantitative reasoning skills have all conspired such that the environmental condition of the world next year will be worse than it is this year. And that process needs to be changed, and the change involves injecting more science into this whole thing. Okay, that's it for now.